everyone, Sinja here, and again we have come by a new video. Today, let's talk about our running series that is Socket.io. In the previous video, we had discussed about what is Socket.io and how the Socket.io works and what is WebSocket, just like the HTTP protocol, but SMTP protocol. WebSocket is a protocol of both way transactions. So today we are creating a Socket.io's mini project that we are understanding that how a project work, how Socket.io work, and how Socket ID means we are using Socket.io how to communicate with the server and the client. So let's start. So first of all, just open a VS Code, open a folder in VS Code and open the terminal control shift and open the terminal control shift tilt in your keyboard and just make two directory just mkdir server and I am creating a server and mkdir client and server. So I just rename the server. I just let's see, server. Okay. So now just go to the server cd server cd server and install the node modules. So if you don't know what is doing on here, please first learn Node.js, then come here because if you don't know Node.js and React Basic, you can't survive here. So rest of the students follow my instruction and I am creating a project before. That was my before previous project. So I am using that in reference because I also learned Socket.io. So if I sometimes I want to want help, so I just take help from that code snippet. Okay. So let's start. First of all, we create a node module and a environment. So uh, in pm in it dash y and let's see we have a package.json file and we are now just change the type to module so we can use import statement rather than require statement. So now we just import some basic dependencies npm I express because we are using express.js express.js course Nodemon, and that's it, I think. And now we are using Nodemon to automatically run our project. That's and that Nodemon used for the automatically run our project. That we don't need to restart the project and like node app.js like that. That will be easy for us. So uh, start Nodemon. I am creating a folder inside the server and in the folder I am creating a app.js file. So slash dot slash hrc slash index.js. Let me see I am creating the right thing or not like that. So it's app.js or I am write the code in index.js. Okay. So in index.js we are creating first in server new folder that is src. Then in src we are going to do a new file, I think index.js. So first import ports and express. So import express from express express import course from course. So now we are just building basic Express server. So Express dot oh sorry Express.js and, just we just copy that. That's it. And put and if we do npm start, the server will automatically start. And if we go to localhost 3000, let's see that hello world. If we get slash, we getting hello world and we are getting hello world. That means the server is running successfully. Now we are going to the socket.io and socket.io. Socket.io. In the website of socket.io is a very clean website. Just scroll some, and this is the server, and this is the client side. Okay, so we have to install the server.io for the server side code. So go to the and again I am creating a cd server to install socket.io. Cd servs server npm I it is socket. So socket. Okay, go to the socket.io. So import. We have to import socket.io. Socket.io, and we successfully install that and import from socket.io meta server. We are in the server. The S is that's it. Server. Now we are creating that socket. Now we have to create some HTTP server. So import from HTTP. Think I'm just help little bit, okay? So don't judge me because I am also learn. Create server. We have a create server from HTTP, and now we have to build the server because if we work on the socket.io, we don't use the app.listen. We have to build a HTTP server. So that's why we import a create server from HTTP and the server from socket.io. Then let's just see that we are creating a server that is create server that wraps the app that app means express, and then we are creating the IO means the new server which wraps the server also. So we have to build something like that on on server. Server is equal to create server app, then IO on IO is equal to create server dot, I think, create server new server. Then we have give some options. First we have to give the server, then it will be IO dot listen. Not now we are just creating the basic setup of a server. Okay, like that, like this. And you know that what is IO and what is socket. IO means IO refers the total circuit and socket refers the particular socket here. So that is if we want to connect something to the user, so just go to the socket.io documentation, get started, socket.server.api. In server you have to if we want to connect just like that, io.on, here we now try to connect something like even previously I told you that every socket has its own ID, and if we create a connection and then we want to log the ID of the sockets, then we have make sure that the connection setup is ready and fully good, and then we are install React, then we are create the setup. I means the bridge between the front end and back end, client and server, connects client and server using ports. Okay, so just do io dot on. I think go to the documentation. Just use documentation. Okay, just like that. You know that I am referring a code block in my previous project, because I don't hide from you, because I also forget the syntax and the but I remember the concept. If I uh, if I if I know the concept, if I do something copy, that's fine, because you don't have to remember all the things. Okay, so socket like io dot on. If we want to build the connection io.on, and we have to give connection. I told you that if on means that you have emit creates a emit creates a event, and on listen that event and create. So and we have created the functions inside that we are creating socket and the callback function console.log. Uh, the socket is the socket.id. Okay. That's it. We are creating a socket.id here, and now create a we have to we have to create a what called that client. Okay, so just go to the forward and folder and cd right into client. And if we want to work on React, just go to v if my laptop is hang git.dev and get started. Now scroll down and copy this function. Sorry, copy this npm command, and paste that. And first they want you the what is the project name. If you want to give a project name, like project name means the folder what you want to create. But we have create a folder client, so we just dot slash it to the it means the React is build the project in your current directory. We are selecting React like the very option Vue.js, React.js, AngularJS, I think. But we are creating use React. And go to React. We are using JavaScript plus SWC. Now we have to npm I. So install the node modules and the dependencies, and we have to run the code. Okay, just run npm run dev npm run dev. Go to the source of let's see where is the source, and go to the app.jsx, control all RAFC. We have just do that, and app. Okay, and go to the socket.io again. Now go to client API. That is our client API. So we have to, in client API, we have to install socket.io client and again terminal to install that. So cd clint, go to the client directory and paste that. Sorry, npm I, then paste it. Npm I means install. I know that those who are watching this video, I assume that already know the Node.js basic and Node.js not basics, mid-range and React basics. Okay, I also don't know React very much, just know how to work with it. Just yeah. And if import that, now we have to import it. Import syntax like that. Import IO from socket.client. Control C, Control V, Control V, like that. Now in app.css. Okay. Mm, If you want to try to connect, just we need to like that. First we have to build the first we have to connect between the client and server. Okay, so you have to give the front end link to back end and back end link to front end. So like that, if we go to the front end and sorry, backend socket.io, let's connect that. But you have no description. Course and course. You have to just give the base URL. I think origin. Origin is okay, just copy that. Origin is this because you are going to do that. Control V. Now methods post get, that's it. Give credentials to. I think that's it. And now you have to and app dot use course and the same thing here. Like if we don't get a course error, so we uh, detect that. So just we are the connection between the front end and back end. That's it. And you can now go to the app.jsx connection between now connect the front end to back end like that. See, we have connect the front end to back end also on socket. I just copy that and paste that. Use memo is that we that does not refresh the refresh and our backend is 3000 port. Okay, that means it is not refreshing. Okay, and now we are getting use respect the so that's it. And now we have just go to and how to connect that. If you want to connect, I think socket.io that's connection between now the use. Now we have to connect between backend and front end. Okay, so go to socket dot on and if we connect log socket dot id. And the use memo is not defined. We have to import the use memo. So just use memo. Now let's see that. Typer assignment app.js assignment is a constant variable app. This is 10. In line number 10, we have, we have- okay. I hope. Cannot access IO before initializing. So it's the main problem here. Let me check that. Okay. Use memo is not defined. Okay, I import the use memo, import that. Now what is type error assignment is constant assignment use effect. I think use effect. I think I so use effect syntax is wrong, guys. Use effect syntax is wrong here. So use effect you have to go this. Now you have to go this. I think that's the syntax. No. Okay, there's the syntax. I think I'm right. There's the syntax, and then get dot on connect. Now you have to again go to and something like that. Doing the right thing. Okay, so console log. Okay, okay. In the first we go to the backend socket connected to undefined. We're getting an object, guys, but we don't want an object. Console.log socket.id. I think. So ID. Okay, we're getting an ID. We're getting an ID, guys. We're getting an ID socket, and in the fun not if we don't want to. Why guys? Why guys? Force error. I think a force error is happening. Network. No force error is happening here. So what is the problem? We're getting a the node one is not working, guys. We are we facing some problem here. Example, okay, we have for the server just cross check using ChatGPT, okay? Control Alt, Control C using ChatGPT. I don't use that server, okay? Mm, We are facing an issue. We are facing an issue. We fixed it. Don't worry. What is the problem? The main issue. But we are I just I just typo. This is typo, guys. I mistake the connection spelling, and now look at that. Now we are just going to of the strict mode of React main.jsx. The strict mode of, so we get one ID at a time. So that will be very easy for us. Control C. Also. So socket ID is that, and look at that. As ID are same. ID are same. So our front end and back end are connected. Our client and server are connected. So so today that's it, guys. That I am also studying about the socket.io, and I try to understand you and explain you the socket.io. So now we just quick recap of the code. First, we create two folders, client and server. In server, we import Express.js, and we wrap the Express.js with the create server. And using the create server, we just listen the server on the port 3000 that we our server is running. And using ports, we are connect the Git, I think the React Git server, that is the client server, and we are build a connection between uh, client and server using socket.io. When we do a connection, when we mm, log the socket.id in the both client and server, we get the same socket id. So that means our connection is established successfully. So that's it today for, and we are building new features in the next video. So good night, everyone. Just and please do and let me know what about your thoughts in my video.